Stay tuned. Your broadcast is about to begin.
Live from the Crimson Center, Berne Union versus Steubenville Big Red. Tonight's game brought to you by Capital Recovery Systems, Edge Sports, Franciscan University, Best Western, Sickle Law Offices, Hood's Pharmacy, PR Landscaping, Mosty Funeral Home, IBEW Local 246, J.E. Foster Funeral Home, JC Pest Control, AT&T on Sunset, Wintersville Trophy Shop, Steve's Fish and Chips. And let's pause for the national anthem and we'll be right back.
There's one name you gotta know. Apollo Pro Cleaning. Clean floor to ceiling. Apollo Pro Cleaning is the meaning of cleaning.
This high school event is brought to you by AT&T on Sunset via the AT&T wireless network. Remember, don't text and drive, it can wait. AT&T on Sunset is a proud sponsor of this high school event.
Rest of our sponsors: Attorney Adam Martello, Marcino Enterprise, Hauser Furniture, Valley Converting, Josephine's Carryout, Trinity Health Systems, Blakemore Insurance, Fort Steuben Maintenance, M&M Hardware, Signs Limited, Hummel Construction, Anthony Mining, Bennington's, Apollo Restoration, Isla Law Office, Bert's Hot Dogs, Dr. John Fiegel, Barium and Chemicals, Ohio Motor Group, Spud's Parkview Inn, Naples Spaghetti House, Target Shop, Softlight, National Colloid Company, Black River Logistics, TS Electric, Lancia Villaroyale, Bradley Landscape, Everhart Bow Funeral Home, Viking Social Club, Swearington Bat Company, Economy Lawn Care, Mainstream Bank, Stone Villa Country Club, Barrel Toyota, Barrel Ford, the Steubenville Country Club, Total Sports Connection. And this is Jim DiCarlo, along with the great Rich Donley, Jason Jenkins on the way. Rich, Big Red coming in at 7-2. Berne Union out of the Lancaster area, a Division IV team, is in at 7-4. They play in the Mid-State League up near that Lancaster-Columbus area.
Yeah, it's good to see a team from outside the area once in a while. You know, all the teams around here that play against one another 2 or 3 times a year. So, you know, with school being off this week, it's good to see a team like Berne Union come in.
Beautiful night for baseball, and 7 o'clock game is going to be wonderful by the time this sun goes down and it cools down a little bit. Just a wonderful day to be here. I'll try to give you the starting lineup since they're just getting ready to start here as we go along. Leading off for Berne Union, a senior playing shortstop, Hannah Brown. Jules King on the mound.
Jules, one of the most outstanding pitchers in the area. I know she's racked up a bunch of strikeouts in her career. I think she had over 400. I think she broke that record last week.
Yeah, and she didn't pitch her freshman year because of COVID, and she was hurt part of her sophomore year. Getting the call there on that outside corner might have been a screwball.
It's amazing to me, Jim, how these girls, they throw change-ups, they throw sliders, they throw sinkers. I just thought they threw it over the middle. They don't do that.
No, they nibble. This slapper is bailing out a little bit, so Jules and company are good pitch calling over there by the big red bench going away. Probably want to have your outfield as shallow as possible. Infield should be taking away the bunt first. Now with 2 strikes, the little punch or slap. Like that. Not going to get her.
No.
I think playing a little too deep there maybe.
Yeah. Good 2-strike approach. That works in baseball and softball. Just put the bat on the ball, especially here with the bases. Where are they? What's the
60 foot.
60 feet in softball?
Yep. 90 in baseball, 60 in softball. Bailey Mirgon, the pitcher who's going to Tiffin, is a senior stepping in, the number 2 hitter in ball 1.
Jim, what would you say the average speed is for a pitcher?
Well, the average speed in high school, Rich, is probably somewhere between 52 and 57. Jules throws 60 to 63, depending on what pitch. Your fastball is your fastest pitch. Your movements lose 3, 4, 5 miles an hour, and your changeup, if it's a good one, should be somewhere in the 12 to 15, 16 mile an hour differential.
Off your fastball.
Off your fastball, yep. Here goes the runner. Hit and run. Foul ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes, just starting. First inning, runner at first for Berne Union, coming in at 7-4, a small Division IV school, but they've been pretty good in the state tournament in previous.
Jim, you set the bar for coaches in this area back at Central today, and I said all these coaches and players, they have a lot to live up to from what I see.
Oh, I think softball's really good right now. Foul ball.
It's real popular, isn't it? Now, real popular.
Yes. I think sometimes fans like it, umpires like it, broadcasters like it because it goes quicker.
It's quick, yeah. It's real. I was just saying the girl hit a ball to shortstop. She beats it out by 10 feet, you know.
But the games are quicker. They go quick. There's no throws to first base on pickoffs.
No.
Runner going, foul ball down to third.
Now, you can steal, but you have to wait till the ball passes the hitter or no? Or
on the release.
On the release, you can go.
You can go on the release. Yeah, you're thinking Little League, I think.
Yeah,
Rich.
I'm not familiar with some of these rules.
2-2 pitch. Inside, gets by the catcher. So wild pitch. We got Brown going to second base.
Get her in, one. Let's go.
Jules had a rocky start yesterday in the first inning. They got 4 runs, did Edison. But then she shut them down and had 15 strikeouts.
Then they came back, didn't they, with a bunch of runs?
Yeah, 10-4 Big Red. Jules can get in trouble and work her way out with an error or a walk, which she just did on ball 4 there.
You know, I don't know if it's for softball pitchers too, but in baseball, a lot of pitchers have trouble that first inning. Then once they get by that, they get rolling. I don't know whether they get loose or feel comfortable, but it happens in softball and in baseball.
Up third here, Jocelyn Hedges, the second baseman. She's a sophomore. Let's see if she tries to bunt one, although she's the 3 hitter. Little bit inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Third baseman's way up, so that means Paige has to cheat. Probably could be in a step, cheating to third for the steal. Here's the bunt, or fake bunt. And it gets away. Runners at second and third. Nobody out for Berne Union.
Now, Jim, in this situation, would the infield play in, try to cut the run off, or you think they would give up the run and just get the out?
I would give up the run in the middle at first and third.
Being so early, yeah.
I would hold and tag. Nobody
Right.
out. Even though Jules can get out of it, I'd give up the run here. That's a 2-1 strike, 2-0 strike. Now it's 2-1. Just caught the inside corner. Yeah, I think Big Red's going to score some runs tonight, and they got good offensive team. Pitch is down low, gets away. Here comes the runner, and she scores on another wild pitch. So 1-0 Berne Union. Bailey Mergon goes to third base. Still nobody out, and a 3-1 count on the batter, Jocelyn Hedges. Very nice pitch. That one definitely caught the corner. Full count. What I like to do, Rich, is get my first baseman up and hold and tag on a ground ball.
Right.
Third baseman maybe looking back, and I think Gus is playing it right pretty deep in the middle. Called strike 3, throw to first, but now the run's coming in, and
Safe.
she scores with a head-first slide.
Good base runner.
Very good. See what you have to do there. So Jules gets a strikeout, 1 out. You have to drive her back to third. She kind of peeked at her and just threw, and the girl was leaning and had a
got a freezer.
Now up the third baseman, Chloe Walton. So 2-0 Berne Union early on in the top of the first. First pitch right down the middle, strike 1.
I always wanted to ask her, the girls get, the pitchers, they get sore arms thrown underhand? Is that common or not common, probably?
I'd say yes and no. I mean, you can get some soreness, but you can pitch every day because it's a natural movement, not hurting your rotator cuff or labrum.
Shoulder, yeah.
But depending on your ball movement pitches and how cold it is outside, and if you're icing and stretching properly, I never like to have the pitchers. Nice job by Joel. Strike 3 on a swinging K. Second pitch was also a strike. I never liked our pitchers to pitch both games of a doubleheader or every day. You need a second and third pitcher, and Big Red has been hurt with Sadie Edwards' injury. She was one of their 3 pitchers. Up now is Madison Rittinger with strike 1. Joel's starting to get into the groove here.
Yeah, our last 4 or 5 pitches have been right there. Yeah, I watched some of these college softball pitchers. They're amazing.
They're now throwing in the 70s, Rich. It's hard to believe. Saw one yesterday, 74.
And I wanted to tell you about, I don't know how many, 10 years ago when I was with the Brewers, Jenny Finch came into our camp. And she stood 45 feet away.
Was it 43 maybe?
Or 43, facing our hitters, and our hitters
couldn't hit her.
Richie Sexton, Carlos Lee. I mean, she was firing. I don't know how hard, but it was hard.
Seems like everybody has a 65 to 75 mile an hour pitcher in college.
You almost have to, huh?
Well, depending on your junk and movement. Movement's real important also with speed. But in high school, if you throw 60 and you hit your spots and have a little mix of speed, you can be pretty good. And if you got ball movement to go with it like Jules does, you can be real good. She's one of the elite pitchers in the Valley. And strike 3, swinging. So first inning, Berne Union got a hit. No Big Red errors, and they got 2 runs. So after a half an inning, 2-0 Berne Union.
Ohio Valley Sports Online would like to thank one of our great sponsors, Capital Recovery Systems. Capital Recovery Systems is home of the no-cost court collections program. Capital Recovery Systems is a proud sponsor of this broadcast.
A pioneer of casual dining, Bennigan's is internationally known for its unique neighborhood vibe and exceptional chef-driven food. Come to Bennigan's on University Boulevard to stir up a great memory. Come for happy hour Monday through Friday from 3 to 6 p.m. and get $1 off draft and bottled beer and $1 off signature cocktails. Grab some bar bites too, only $5 from 9 p.m. to close. Hey, are you a soccer fan? Check out the schedule of English Premier League soccer games. Bennigan's even has delivery service, and the number to call, 740-792-8080. You got a friend at Bennigan's.
This is Ohio Valley Sports Online, your connection to Ohio Valley sports. Listen anywhere in the world from any connected device, smartphone, tablets, iPads, and computers. Ohio Valley Sports Online brings you live game action from the guys with over 50 years in radio sports broadcasting.
We're back here after a half inning. Berne Union 2, Big Red 0. This inning brought to you by Bradley Lawnscapes. Jim DiCarlo along with Rich Donnelly. Jules King leading off, and I saw the throw to second. If she gets on, I can guarantee you she'll be stealing, most likely on the first pitch.
You got to watch. See, your coach never leaves you. Always looking.
Oh, here comes the pitch. Base hit.
Wow.
Right center field. Nice job. Jules getting started.
I like first ball hitters. So. Well, yeah. Probably the best count to hit on.
Yeah. Up now, Gia Bowman, the second baseman. Gia's a junior. Let's see if Jules goes here. First pitch, let's see. Gone, Jules gone. Going to be up there easy. Okay,
Coach, you had that one scouted out a mile away.
I just saw one throw
one
to second base.
One throw, all you needed. It had a hump in it, right?
Well, Jules is somebody.
She could fly, yeah.
She's a great runner. 1-0 on Gia. Foul ball a little late on that fastball. Pitching is Bailey Mergon, and catching is Aliyah Smiley for Berne Union. Aliyah, I should say, Smiley. Runner at second, no outs. 2-0 Berne Union, bottom of 1 at the Crimson Complex. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Got to be careful. Big Red has some really good base runners. Cena Smith, I've seen delay steal. Jules can delay steal. And they've got speed and they've got smarts. If you're Berne Union, you got to be alert. Wild pitch, don't have to worry about it now, huh?
She held on to that one a little bit too far. Now, there's some good box seats there down the left field line. The fire truck's here. The guys are sitting on top of the fire truck. Beautiful seats. And no one's going to mess with them or sit in front of them.
Here comes the 2-2. It's a little looper over the first baseman's head. Going to be trouble. RBI single. Gia would tell you that wasn't her best hit of the year, but she'll take it.
No man's land.
Jules scores. Jules King. So 2-1 Berne Union. Gia at first base, who also has good speed, with 1 out. And here comes Emily Tuttle, a freshman first or DP in tonight. Also plays some first. Fouled off. 0-1. Possibility that Gia could be going sometime during this inning too. Also batting this inning would be Cena Smith, Paige Madison, Sagan Cimarella, Bailey Bell, Hillary Rouse, and Jorgana Vane. The 1 strike pitch is fouled right behind us, 0-2.
Coach, the turf is great for softball too, isn't it? Compared to some of the fields you have with the dirt and the maintenance of them.
Oh, absolutely. The maintenance is unbelievable. 0-2. Let's see if she wastes the pitch here. Oh, my goodness. Beautiful changeup.
Beautiful.
I'm not
She had me jumping.
Yeah,
that was beautiful.
Yeah, Emily way out in front. All she could do was take that and hope it wasn't called strike 3. So 1-2. Man, was that a nice changeup. Comes the 1-2 pitch. Late, and there went Gia. She was stealing on the pitch. Yeah, much faster game than not having all those throws to first base, huh, Rich?
Oh,
baseball.
brother, yeah. There were a couple leagues a couple years ago. They tried to outlaw the throw to first, but then the guys were stealing it at will.
Another foul back by Emily. Did a game a few weeks ago. Emily came off the bench, makes a manager look really good, got a pinch hit double in a key situation against Weir High as Big Red went on to win, I think, 9-2. Here comes the 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss on a curve, low and away. Good pitcher's pitch.
Yeah. Those pitches, second baseball, they look like a strike until the last minute, and then they go out of the strike zone.
That ball did have some movement.
And if you're watching a game on TV, you say, what are they swinging at? Well, unless you've been up there, you don't know, because it looks like a strike until the last minute, and then it disappears.
Cena Smith, the number 4 hitter, she had a good day against Edison. I think she got on base 3 or 4 times. I look for Gia to go here sometime. There she goes. A high ball, throw to second, she's safe. It's one thing that Gus has. He has a lot of speed on his team. And he's going to take advantage of you if your catcher doesn't have a good gun. 1-0 pitch on the way. High again. Pretty good pop. I would say this pitcher's probably throwing in the mid-50s. I was really impressed with that changeup.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
And she does have some movement on the drop curve. 2-0 pitch. Grounder to short. Going to be close. Just gets her at first. Throw to third. Not in time. Cena Smith out 6-3. Nice play by the shortstop. Cena gets down the line very, very well.
Well, you're right, Coach. Good base running there. You mess around with the ball for a minute, and these girls take that extra base.
Good race running by Gia to get to third, leaning that way. Paige Madison up, the shortstop. 2 outs, runner at third. Berne Union up 2-1, bottom of 1. Caught the upper part of the zone there. Rich, I don't know if you can notice, these batters boxes are 4 foot up, 3 foot back in softball and only 3 foot wide.
Wide, yeah, that's the thing I've noticed, the width, yeah.
Baseball, it's 3 by 3 and 4 foot wide.
Yeah, these are very narrow, yeah.
1-1, that was a ball, a little high. Pitcher works quick, doesn't she? She doesn't waste time.
I like that.
Little late on that fastball, 2-1.
I try to tell people all the time, the great late Ray Miller, who I coached with for years with Pirates, used to pass out shirts every year. On the shirts it says, work fast, change speeds, throw strikes, period. That's how you pitch.
Yep. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Ground ball to first. And the first baseman, Rediger, makes an unassisted play. So Paige Madison rounds out the first. 1 run on Jules on 2 hits. Jules and Gia got base hits. And after 1, 2-1, Berne Union.
Got a sidewalk that needs replaced, or maybe your roof is leaking? How about some new windows? Who do you call? Fort Steuben Maintenance, that's who. Commercial or residential, they can handle most any project, big or small. They also do new construction and renovations. So get a free estimate by calling Fort Steuben Maintenance today and get them started on your next project. 740-283-4890 for Fort Steuben Maintenance. So you're driving the kids to school and you have to turn up the radio just to drown out the horrible sound your car's making. Who knows what you need? You're driving along without a care in the world. Then you notice the engine light comes on. Who knows what you need? You dread having to stop at red lights because your car sounds like it's screaming in pain. Who knows what you need? Napa Auto Care Center in Wintersville knows what you need. They're an established and reputable shop. They know engines, transmissions, brakes, alignment.
We're back here in the top of the second. I'm going to thank Coach Rich Donnelly for helping me out there, pinch hitting for me here. Jason Jenkins, Coach, the Coach Jim DiCarlo, Dan the Man Vogel here, Berne Union, Super Big Red. Beautiful change up there, Coach.
Yep, Aaliyah Smiley, the catcher is up. And count 0-2 on a nice changeup by Jules. I think that was her first that I've seen tonight.
0-2 pitch. Oh, beautiful pitch, just missed.
Jules wanted that one.
Just missed. It looked like, Coach, as I was coming in, I was sort of driving and watching. First inning, she's trying to pound the inside. And there's a few wild pitches that enabled Berne Union to advance the runner to score a couple runs. And Jules picks up a big K there.
That's number 4 in a row, Jason, for her. In fact, the only ball that's been hit by Berne Union is his little punch to shortstop with that short, compact swing.
And folks, in case you don't know, you're listening to one of the greatest softball minds around, and I don't mean me.
Well, thank you very much. You got another guy right next to you that's one of the best baseball minds ever around.
Oh, yes.
We want to congratulate Dan for the birth of his granddaughter. And want to tell you this inning is brought to you by Hood's Pharmacy. 1 out. Second inning, 2-1 Berne Union.
Pitch, beautiful pitch on the outside corner, fastball, Jules. And Coach, correct me because I've tried to be a student of the game underneath you, but if I miss one of the pitches, I know you know a little bit more about, or a lot more about. There's another beautiful pitch down the middle.
Jules is staying away from the lefty. Sometimes it's a fastball, sometimes it's a screwball. But she throws hard enough to blow it by you, and if you can get a little movement every once in a while, too, that would be great.
On the outside corner, painted strikeout number 5 for Jules King. Berne Union making the trip just southeast of Lancaster, correct?
Yeah, got to be over a 2-hour ride here,
Yes.
but they may not have had school. You don't know, an Easter break, possibly, and 7 o'clock game probably fits them good. Now batting, Sophia Klein. That was Madison Lopez who just struck out.
As she hit Klein on the outside corner. See if she's finding her spots this inning a little bit better. 2 quick outs, 1 strike here. And those are away right there. Not even close, Coach.
Yeah, mile late. You got to compact, shorten your swing. Like Rich Donnelly says, let's choke up and take it to right, huh, Rich? Choke up and make it compact. She's not choking up, and I think bad things are coming.
And 1, 2, 3. 3 up, 3 strikeouts for Jules King in the top of the second. After 1.5, your score, Berne Union 2, Soon Little Big Red 1. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
Street, there's a hardware store with great tools, products,
And expert advice.
we've got everything you need because we know the community and we know our customers. So next time you have a home improvement project,
Drop by.
your local True Value hardware store. True Value.
Start right.
Start here.
At M&M True Value Hardware on Sunset Boulevard in Steubenville.
Right now we've got everything you need for that all-important fall cleanup. So hurry in today.
With over 36 years of experience, contact Guida Law Offices for residential and commercial real estate transactions, including title examinations and closings. Guida Law Offices also handles probate and estate matters and personal injury cases. Experience, results, solutions. Please visit Guida Law Offices website at guidalawfirm.com or call them at 304-748-1213.
Hillary. And we're back here, bottom of the second. Sagan Morella, the freshman catcher.
Foul off
ball.
her leg, yep.
Good call.
And this inning brought to you by Mosty Funeral Home this half inning. Big Red got a run on 2 hits in the first inning. Singles to lead off by Jules and a blooper by Gia over the first baseman's head. And they scored on a ground out by Cenas, or no, on a wild pitch, excuse me.
That ball inside. Fly ball to right field, down the line.
Out of play.
Beautiful night here, Coach.
We're going to have a rules question, which is 3 parts. I'll bet you our buddy Ray Suckotch doesn't know this answer. All right, and the winner of that's going to, next inning, we'll have a rules question. There's 3 parts to pitching conference rules. And if you can get all 3, you're going to get some free apparel from Dan Vogel down at the AT&T store. We'll tell you more about it next inning.
There she fouls that one off right there. Emma Sagan Morella.
She's had some big hits this year.
Yes, she is. I remember watching you guys, the one she hit out over Weir High.
Pretty good poke, wasn't
Yes,
it?
it was.
Only a freshman.
Nice job. Good piece of hitting by Sagan on the changeup. She kept her weight back, Coach, and took it right back up the middle. Read it perfectly.
The changeup was up that time. She was a little out in front, but she did a marvelous job of keeping her weight back, taking the ball up the other way, up the middle toward right center.
That'll bring up another freshman, Bailey Beal.
Bailey's playing right field today. As always, they're going to have a courtesy runner. That's number 5, Addison Meyer, coming in, running for Sagan Cimarella. Now, she'll be locked into the catcher spot if she wants to continue to courtesy run. Courtesy runners have to be somebody that's not. Ooh.
She just squares the bunt. She pulled it back, and the ball hit her right in the leg.
I'll tell you what, I thought she offered. Let's see if their coach complains. I think they're going to talk about it. I think this is going to be a strike, dead ball, and she's going to have to go back to first because I thought she offered.
And you're exactly right, Coach.
Yeah, I don't think she pulled that one back. Even though she got beaned, it's dead. If you offer, it's a strike, and all play is halted at that point. But courtesy runners have to be somebody, for those that don't know, that can only come on the bench that aren't in the game. See if we get a stolen base coming up here. Nope, just a bunt.
She gets a bunt down. They get her out at first. Quickly on to second.
Yeah. You do not want to overrun that base at second base. No. You want to stop there. Very nice sacrifice by Bailey Bill. Out 1-3.
That'll bring up Hillary Roush.
First baseman stayed back on that. I like the fact that Gus DiMarzio does a lot of bunting. That's important, yes. I think.
Coach, I got a funny story when my daughter was playing for a gentleman you may know, Rich Levere.
Oh, yeah.
Strike on Hillary Roush.
Pittsburgh Spirit, huh?
Yes, sir. And these are 9 to 12-year-olds when they were practicing the bunt defense play, and it was that exact play that they just ran. First baseman fielded and threw it to second. And 1-1 pitch, or 1-0-1 pitches the ball. He called time in the middle of the play. He said, how many times in the history of baseball or softball has a runner ever rounded the ball in the right field? And everybody's like, never. And there's a pitch, bean batter.
I think that one hurt a little bit.
And Roush would head down the first. Jordana Vane. Coming in runners first and second, one out. So he was, how many times has a runner rounded the ball, rounded second in the right field? And everybody's like, no, never. He goes, so why are you throwing the ball on the right field side of second? And he's telling 9 to 12-year-olds.
Shoot, there's a lot of high school kids can't get it on the right side, huh?
Yeah. His first pitch is strike. To Jordana Vane.
She's a sophomore, I see. Playing first base.
Nice pitch there.
Yeah, out of the strike zone, you got to let that one go. You're either going to do one of two things, Jay. You're going to swing and miss, or you're going to pop it up.
Quickly 0-2 to 9-hitter Vane. Jules King on deck. Pitch gets away. Runners will advance to second and third.
Those are the kind of things that are huge and to make coaches' hair gray.
You're exactly right.
You do not want to have that. Now any contact's probably going to score this speedy runner at third base.
1-2. Inside corner, strike three.
That was, I don't know if that was a little bit in or just on the corner, but they got the call.
You got exactly. And that's one of the cases where if you're going to give me that, I'm going to keep throwing it there.
Now, see, here's where I would be careful. Jules hits a ground ball. She's probably going to beat it out. The base is open. Gia did not hit the ball real well, and look at that. They're walking her. They must have heard me, huh?
I told you, folks, he's one of the best around. I had the pleasure of, or the displeasure of losing a lot of games when I helped Coach DiMarzio to Coach DeCarlo.
Gia got a blooper last time, but it counted. And see if she can make a little better contact and get these runs home for Big Red. 2 outs.
Pitch outside. High.
And again, sometimes it doesn't work your way. You might get a walk here, you might get a hit, but the coach just playing percentages, Jason.
Gia lines it right to the shortstop for out, or to the second baseman for out number 3. For Big Red, 1 hit, 1 walk on hit spot, and 1 runner left on, or 3 runners left on, geez. You score after 2, Berne Union 2, Big Red 1. We'll be back after these messages.
You know, now's the time of year to reward your young athlete for a job well done. At the Wintersville Trophy Shop, they have all you need for your special athlete, like trophies, plaques, and ribbons for every sport. The Wintersville Trophy Shop, 756 Main Street in Wintersville, 740-266-6905. Call today.
back here, top of the third inning. Big Red challenging Berne Union 2-1. Coach Jim DiCarlo, Jason Jenkins, Dan Vogel, and as always, Jim Jaggers Huggins calling from up above. Big Red down 2-1.
I had to go ask a couple times. This is Omnicity Anderson, the right fielder.
Omnicity Anderson, number 2.
Tempted butt there. And after 6 straight strikeouts, that's probably not a bad coaching decision with your number 9 hitter, huh?
Yes.
Try to put it in play and maybe something good will happen. We're going to give our question of the day here when we get a chance sometime this inning.
Did she offer?
You don't even have to offer. You have to pull back, and I wasn't sure she did.
That's what I mean. I don't think she did either, but umpire Dokes seemed to disagree with this 2-0.
Got Bob McCombs umpiring at first base. His daughter was a really nice pitcher for me for 4 years.
Oh, yes. There's a pitch outside corner. 2 balls, 1 strike. On Omnicity Anderson. Senior from Berne Union. 2-1 pitch. 2-2. And look how close the baseman was.
One thing Jules does really well, and you can leave your first baseman back with a pitcher like that fields her position.
So she starts out with 2 balls. It comes back with 3 straight strikes. Number 7
in a row.
7 in a row. Jules King.
Now number 1, Hannah.
This is the only girl that's made contact. She got a ground ball to short, and I thought Paige was playing a little too deep. She's up a little closer now, and she beat it out with really good speed. Got around the bases on some wild pitches.
The lefty, Hannah Brown.
She's a slapper. Wouldn't be surprised to see her put a ball down on a bunt also, but she tried to punch and slap the last time up. Looks like Berne Union, who is coached by Danny Snively, does a good job. He's been doing some nice things that I see, like the intentional walk and putting runners in motion and trying to bunt if you can't hit the ball. So
that's smart.
I like what he's doing.
Snively is also the athletic director for Berne Union. I got sent their information to about the game, so hopefully we have a lot of Berne Union fans that couldn't make it tuning in.
I'd like to give a shout out to the coaches for Big Red. Gus DiMarzio does a great job. Joe Gary, Joe Cimarella, April Minifield, Rihanna Patrisco. Another foul ball. Tommy McConnell, Mackenzie Morrison, and of course, the brains behind the outfit, Kayla DiMarzio.
Oh no, she married Gus.
This girl does a pretty good job. Jules has been staying away. Sometimes a changeup is good to a slapper, and even coming in high and tight. There's your changeup, huh? She was out in front.
Okay, and Doak says she pulled it back there too. I thought she went. And Coach, I don't know. I mean, people may don't understand the left fielder is playing deep, but there's a variety of different ways to slap hit. You think she's a little bit too deep, or you?
Definitely.
Yes,
After watching her bat in the first inning, a little punch to short. Of course, one thing about playing a little deeper is if you hit the ball hard on the ground and you're shallow, it can roll forever, and that kid can run around the bases.
Bailey Morgan, the pitcher.
She walked the first inning, Jason.
Yes. And there's a beautiful.
I was told by Mike Keister, shout out to Mike, Jules' grandpap, and Janet and Megan, that this girl's going to Tiffin and is going to be Jules' roommate next year.
That's nice.
She's the pitcher.
She's got 6 home runs, Coach, if Max Preps is correct. That's how I was doing. She was hitting about 800. Once again, if Max Prep is correct. Ground ball down the first, fielded, and stepped on for out number 3. Berne Union in the third. No runs, no hits. No one left on after 2.5. Berne Union 2, Big Red 1. We're going to do stay here, and Coach, you want to do the?
Yeah, let's do that. That question of the day. It's 3 parts. You got to get all 3 right. We okay, Dan?
Yeah, he won.
Oh, okay. We got to get all three right to get a free apparel T-shirt down at the AT&T store. Number one, how many conferences are you allowed in a game totally? So you need to give Dan a number. Number two, if you take the pitcher out of the game, does that constitute a conference? And number three, so that's just a yes-no answer, so you can at least guess on that one. And number three, what's the rule in extra innings for pitching conferences? Again, how many conferences are you allotted in a game? Does a removal of a pitcher count as a conference? And number three, what's the rule for pitching conferences in extra innings?
And folks, to give your answer, go to our YouTube page and hit subscribe if you're not a subscriber, and go ahead and put the answer down. We'll be checking it frequently throughout the game, and the first person with the right answer will get the free Ohio Valley Sports Online T-shirt, courtesy of Coach Ray Sockotch, Dan Vogel.
First pitch was a ball, Jason. That was a drop curve, beautiful drop curve, and that was a strike. Emily Tuttle swinging. So 1-1, bottom of 3, 2-1 in favor of Berne Union.
Nice pitch inside. Over top there. We talked about earlier here. Shorten up. Put it in play. Quickly ahead. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bailey and Morgan. Ground ball right back to Morgan. Oh, wow. She almost throws it away.
Sometimes better to run that over and flip it underhand, huh, Jace?
Yes, sir. Cena Smith, they've got a very young team overall. Smith, a sophomore. Madison, a sophomore. Morella and Beal, freshman. Surrounded by, Hillary Roush and Gina Bowman. Both
Emma Lyons is playing third. She's a freshman also.
So they're very young team. Not to mention, a very, very good
Sadie Edwards, yes.
1 ball to Cena here, bottom of the third.
I'll tell you this, even though she's a good hitter, I would not want to walk her. If you walk her, she's probably going to end up at third base on 2 stolen bases.
And one thing, Coach, this Berne Union team, coming in at 7-4, when they won, they scored a lot of runs. But when they lost, they've given up a lot of runs as well. I think it was 11, 14, 15. Ball hit right. Nice play by.
I thought that was going into center field, didn't you?
So did I, yes. Morgan makes another nice play.
I know a little bit about some of the teams they played because I did look on Max Preps too. And no offense taken to Berne Union, they look like a well-coached team with a good pitcher, but the teams they beaten were not very good competition.
Correct.
The teams they lost to were heavyweights.
Yes.
And that makes a difference.
That makes a huge difference, you're right.
And you never know who's pitching in a game, too. Paige Madison, the shortstop, takes ball 1. 2 outs, third inning. 2-1 in favor of Berne Union. This inning brought to you by Bert's Hot Dogs.
Foul ball, Paige. A little behind on the fastball there.
She's a notorious right field hitter. And, boy, there's a good move, too. The center fielder, you don't see that much. That's the thing that most people miss. Left fielder and center fielder went 3 steps toward right field on that swing.
That's very good right there.
And that's the reason why right there. Of course, she'll probably come with a changeup. She'll hit it down the left field line, huh? They're moving them some more, okay.
See the guru Rich Blackburn in the stands. 1 ball, 2 strike pitch. Fouled off again.
That's probably the biggest thing I see, Jace, that's it could be a little better. I mean, anybody can hit speed. You can put that pitching machine on 75 miles an hour, move it up, and you're going to get offense. You can bunch, you can do the short game, but moving kids on defense is really important.
Yes.
I don't always see that.
Ground ball second on the first. 1, 2, 3 inning for Morgan and the Rockets after 3 complete. The score, Berne Union 2, Big Red 1. Be back after a word from our sponsors.
So far, I'm not right, Rich.
When you need electrical work, get it done right by the most qualified electrical contractors and tradesmen around. The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers. IBEW 246. Trained to electrify.
The meaning of cleaning, there's one name you gotta know. Apollo Pro Cleaning. Clean floor to ceiling. Apollo Pro Cleaning is the meaning of cleaning.
Now up, number 7.
We're back here at Big Red at Crimson Complex, and it's Berne Union 2, Big Red 1 after 3 innings. The Red has 3 hits and 1 run. Berne Union only has 1 infield single, but a few wild pitches, pass balls in the first inning have helped Berne get their 2 runs.
It'll be Jocelyn Hedges, Chloe Walton, Madison Redinger.
Number 3 hitter trying to drop bunt. Again, good coaching. You've gotten, Jules has 8 strikeouts out of the last 9 hitters. So you want to try to put it in play and put some pressure on Big Red. This girl does look like she has some speed.
The 0-1 pitch. Outside corner, strike 2.
Very nice, very nice. That ball had a little bit of movement there, tailing away. Now here's where you don't want to be too fine if you're Jules. You want to waste. Sometimes in baseball you can't waste because of the pitch count.
Right. Beautiful pitch. I don't know what she was upset about. But
I don't know if you noticed, Jay. She was trying to drop bunt with 2 strikes.
Yeah.
Strikeout number, let's see, 369 for Jules.
Chloe Walton at bat. Pitch inside ball 1.
Everybody on Berne Union so far has struck out except the pitcher. Maybe Jules didn't want to strike her out because it's her roommate. That's her roommate next year at Tiffin.
That's a great story right there.
Small world, huh? Small world.
In no time. 1-1 here. The Big Red coming off with 3 very nice wins here, rolling into this game over Edison, Wheeling Park, and beating a previously undefeated Claymont team.
One thing Gus's teams do, they can score runs, and if you can score runs and you have Jules in the circle, you're going to win a lot of games.
2-1 pitch. 2-2. To the 4-hitter, Chloe Walton.
Such a beautiful night. No sun beating on you now. Just a wonderful time to be playing softball.
Outside, good pitch there by Jules. Just full count. 1 out here, top of the 4th. Berne Union 2, Big Red 1.
This inning brought to you by National Colloid Company.
Go to the walk. Bring up Madison Redinger.
Madison Redinger.
I got a rule for you. Let's see if the great Rich Johnley knows the difference here between obstruction in softball and obstruction in baseball.
I was just debating this, so I'm not going to say anything.
And strike 1 on the batter.
0-1 pitch. Inside, 1-1.
Jules mostly living on that inside corner, but she's working in and out.
Beautiful night, about 80 degrees here.
There she goes.
Outside corner, throw down to second, and she's safe. Stolen base for Chloe Walton.
See, she looked like she had pretty decent speed, but even if she didn't, I like that move because you gotta take chances against Jules. You gotta manufacture runs any way you can, especially when you're getting all these strikeouts.
Any opportunity you can.
Sagan looked like she hesitated that time. I don't think she knew she was going right away.
Pitch just a little bit high there.
Redinger struck out her first time up, as just about everybody did.
If I'm Coach DeMarzio, I'm asking, is that interference? He called strike 3. She just stood there. And she had to get up and go around her, Coach.
You're entitled to stay in the box unless you're doing something intentional there. She was stealing on that pitch, even though the ball dropped out of the catcher's glove, so I'm going to give her a stolen base.
All right, so 2 outs here.
No wild pitch here.
Nice job.
Trust me, if it gets by, they're taking a chance. With 2 outs, I'm telling them anything, I'm taking a shot.
Big hit, big hit.
So if I'm Jules, you just want to make sure you don't put a ball in the dirt or over the catcher's head.
Big hit.
One ball, 1 strike.
See, I never liked my catchers with a runner at third throwing back from their knees. Get up, look them back, make sure you get a good throw.
Sure, yes, that's all you're exactly right. Beautiful change up there with Jules. And folks, if you're on our YouTube page or Facebook page, go ahead, drop us a comment, drop us a line. We'll give you a shout out here on Ohio Valley Sports Online. Another strikeout for Jules King. 1 walk, no hits, 1 runner left on, no runs. After 3.5, Berne 2, Big Red 1. We'll be right back.
There's nothing like the sound of a ball solidly hit off a wooden bat. At the Swearingen Bat Company, all bats are handcrafted for you. Their focus is on a player's specific needs. The perfect balance with a perfect handle should be a smooth extension to the batter. Visit the Swearingen Bat Company online at SwearingenBaseball.com or look them up on Facebook. Get that perfect quality wooden bat handcrafted locally just for you. There are plenty of models for all levels of play, and they also make great gifts for your special player. You can even choose your own design right down to the specific color. Make sure you visit the Swearingen Bat Company today. Premium quality custom wooden bats, locally made. The Swearingen Bat Company is a proud sponsor of this broadcast.
Now we're back here. Let's talk about that obstruction rule while we got a minute. In softball, Jason, if you're obstructed between the bases, just like in baseball, you're okay. You're entitled to either one of those bases. You're not in jeopardy to put out. But the umpire on obstruction, which is a defensive penalty, getting somebody's road without the ball, has the judgment to put you where he thought you would be. In baseball, you automatically get the next base. So if a guy dove into first and a girl dove into first, the girl stays at first, the guy goes to second.
And the second from a foul. The first pitch off to the third baseman.
Good saw job there.
Yes, it was. Chloe Walton making the catch here. Bring up Bailey Bill.
She had a nice bunt the first time up, Jay, so the sacrifice moved the runner.
Are often imitated, never duplicated. Shout-outs. Jag started that line. I can't take credit. Lisa Gorby, Chris, thank you for watching. Kathy Daughtery, Carolissa Kukar, Principal Teddy Gorman, David Stringer, and what's up, Mike Muslin, loyal listener and fan. Line drive, right to the second baseman. Beautiful job there by Hedges, making the catch on a hard hit ball by Beal.
You'll take that every time if you're Gus. That's a nice shot. Just happened to be right at him. Hillary Roush walked last time, was stranded at second base.
Folks, do us a favor, go to YouTube or Facebook and hit subscribe. Costs you nothing, but it'll let you know when we are on each and every time. Ball high.
Speaking of being on, we're going to be on tomorrow at Indian Creek. Should be a great game between Creek and Harrison Central. Harrison nipped them yesterday 2-1. 5 o'clock start.
Pitch just looked inside, but like I said earlier, if they're going to give it to you, keep putting it there.
Yeah, he's really giving that inside corner. Both pitchers.
Yes. That's a nice pitch. It went the other way with that one. It reminds me of Maddox, Greg Maddox.
Yeah.
A call right there. He seemed to get that little
wide and strike zone, huh?
Ball hit right back. So 3 up, 4 down for the Red in the bottom of the fourth. After 4, Berne Union, 2 runs, 1 hit, no errors. Big Red, 1 run, 3 hits, and also no errors. Be back with the top of the 5th right after this. Folks, don't forget to give that answer.
Are you tired of playing on crowded public courses? Do you want to take your game to the next level? Then it's time to join the Steubenville Country Club. No tee times needed, best greens in the valley, the pace of play is like no other, with pristine fairways, challenging holes, and top-notch amenities. And right now there is a special offer. 50% off, that's right, 50% off active memberships. Join today and don't wait for this offer to expire. Call PGA professional John Denholm today at 740-264-2821. The Steubenville Country Club is a great place to play.
We're back here, top of the 5th. Madison Lopez, followed by Klein and Omnicity Anderson. I want to give a shout out also to Elizabeth Williams from Berne Union tuning in. Thanks for the shout out.
Lopez struck out in the 2nd inning.
0-1 to the lefty Lopez. Jules still wheeling and dealing.
Most of the hitters are just late. They just can't catch up to her speed. And that's probably why she's not throwing many change-ups, and I don't think I would be either.
Right.
Ooh, nice catch by Cimarella. That's when you want to hold it. 2 strikes, foul tip. That's another strikeout.
Now up number 8, Sophia Klein.
Foul tip means straight back into the catcher's glove without hitting a mask or another part of the catcher, and no arc on the ball.
Yes.
Sophia Klein now batting.
Pitching outside corner for another strike. Joel's coming right at her. Klein, the number 8 hitter, also struck out.
Come on, 8. Come on, move. Let's focus. Good hit.
Squares a bunt. And I don't know right there. It looked like it got umpire Dokes as he squared the bunt.
That would have been interesting. I thought it was a foul ball backed off the catcher's glove. Had there been 2 strikes, but it didn't seem like he called a foul ball there.
I'm not sure. I think it went off of her glove.
Okay.
The 0-2. 3 on the inside corner looking. Jules does it again. 3 up, or 2 up. Excuse me, 2 outs there.
Saw a play the other day, and going to be kind to umpires. They do a good job, and they're going to make mistakes just like me and you and the players do and the coaches do. But I saw a play the other day. I'll get to it after this pitch. And I won't mention the game or the umpire, but they did make a mistake. It wasn't here local. There was a runner at first, a ground ball to short. They threw it, and the first baseman dropped the ball. 2 strikes on the batter.
Jules is dealing.
And the runner from first went to second. She was past second. She's going to third, and they threw to third and threw it away. When they threw it away, the runner scored, which was right, but they had the batter runner stop at second. And the rule in softball, anytime, anywhere, 2 bases from where you're at the time of release. Well, the girl was a slapper. She beat the throw. She's 4 steps past first. Should have went to second. Should have went to third. So that's why we never like to throw a ball from shortstop to the pitcher. If it goes out of play, not only does the girl at first, from an outfielder to the shortstop, get second, she gets second and third.
Yes. Strike 3 outside corner. Beautiful pitch. Joel strikes out the side again. After 4.5. Or 3.5. Big Red down 2-1. We'll be back.
No, you're right, 4.5.
There's
They're
a good
wrong.
chance if you're from the Ohio Valley, you'll remember Brad Pavlik from his days as a crusader at Catholic Central High School. And his name will bring back some great memories. These days, Brad's a big supporter of all area local high school teams. Well, here's a reminder that Brad now manages Barrel Toyota and Barrel Ford. And he'll be glad to see you, whether you're looking for a car or just dropping by to say hello. A hometown favorite at 2 great hometown stores. Get a hometown deal from Brad Pavlik at Barrel Toyota in Cranberry Township and Barrel Ford in Zelienople.
At Softite Community Federal Credit Union, you are part of a family. Softite is special because they give members an opportunity to own the financial institution where they do their saving and borrowing. At Softite, they often charge less for loans and pay more for
Back
savings
here, bottom
than
of the
other types
5th.
of finance.
This inning brought to you by Steve's Fish and Chips. Now Gus is doing the same. We got a pinch hitter here, Chase.
Yes, that is.
That was the courtesy runner, Addison Meyer, who's now pinch hitting for Georgiana Vane. Tried to bunt, and I like the move.
Ball low, 1-1 to Meyer. Excuse me. Matt Luhr on the answer. You got 2 parts right. The third one is that count as a conference if they remove the pitcher from the game.
All right, come on, Bay. You got this. Come on, Bay. You got this.
Shout out to Mike Anderson watching, along with David Stringer, one of our #1 fans. 2-2 pitch from Bailey. We're gone.
Now, most coaches aren't going to bunt with 2 strikes. I've seen Gus do it before, and I've done it before, but probably swinging away here.
2-2 pitch. Oh. No need. She hits her. Wow.
Huge.
Got to bring up Jules King.
Yeah. I look for 1 of 2 things here, Jace. Either Jules is laying a bunt down to beat it out, which she does so well, or she's going to take a pitch, which would be distracting to the catcher running through the box and get a stolen base. Let's see what happens.
But Addison gets on the second. He doesn't go there. Ball high. Jules singled and walked.
Problem with Jules slapping here, she hits a ground ball, you can get a force out to second base. So I like the bunt here or the stolen base.
Ball went straight. Let me ask you, Coach, do you get aggressive here? Matt Lauer, give us the third answer. They're still eligible. 1-1 pitch. Jules lays it down to first, and she's safe. They're not going to get the speedy Jules King.
I like the call. I like the bunt there.
Tell you what, Coach Tony Romo has nothing on you.
You're going to get another bunt here. I can almost guarantee it. You're going to get another bunt right here. And if that shortstop doesn't cheat over, you might get a fake bunt and a stolen base.
Yes. Gia Bowman here, Big Red, trying to mount a rally. Runners on first and second. Gia gets a bunt down, and they're not going to get her either. I was wrong there. That's a play there by the third baseman coming up to make that play. She got her, yes. But Gia did her job.
A beautiful sacrifice.
Chloe Walton came up perfectly and made the play. And Matt Lauer, you are a winner. It does not count. You're correct.
Emily Tuttle. Base open.
Ball high.
But I would probably throw to Emily, not that she's a bad hitter, because you got Cena Smith, who's hot batting in the hole here.
Exactly. Bottom of the fifth, 2-1, Big Red down, but runners second.
Are you surprised, Jason? The infield's back at second and pretty much back at short. They're never going to throw him out at short
you're
either.
Exactly right. They're conceding a run base to tie the game.
2-0, so maybe she's pitching around her. We'll see.
3-0. Wow.
The one thing the walk would do is would set up a force at home plate. I might give a green light here.
I was getting ready to ask you that.
Ooh, I might have given a green light right there. I don't think you're going to get a better pitch than that one to hit.
A 3-1 pitch. Second and third, Emily Tuttle. Ball 4. The bases are loaded. For hitter, Cena Smith.
I would tell you, Jason, it seemed like this is do or die for Berne Union. I'm not sure they're going to get any more runs off of Jules the way she's pitching. And if you can get a couple in here or clear the bases somehow, I don't know that Berne Union can come back and make it a contest here. If Big Red takes the lead with Jules the way she's been dominating.
I was looking to see if they ran somebody for Emily, but no.
And what I mean by dominating, Jules has 14 strikeouts in 5 innings.
Exactly. And now, of course, they do have the infield up. Bases loaded. Ball inside. No, Cena take it until she gets a strike, Coach.
I don't think so. I'd let her swing since she's a good hitter right here.
They do. Pass the second baseman into center field. 1 run scores. Here comes the runner from second.
Oh, never get Jules out.
No, 2-run single up the middle by Cena Smith, and the Big Red has the lead 3-2. I thought the second baseman there had just had it for a minute, Coach.
Yeah, I think she could have made that play, but it was hit hard on this turf.
Paige Madison.
Now they swung to right field the last time up. They must have forgot, and let's see if they'll move after a swing. She's a notorious right field hitter.
There we go.
Strike inside.
Good.
Once again.
Come on, Bay.
Looked a little bit inside of me. You're right, Coach. There's a huge gap between right and center field.
Now she is coming inside, but I would be swinging my outfield around. Big Red can be very explosive. Very. They were down 4-0 yesterday. Come back and win 10-4.
Yes. Inside, 2 balls, 1 strike. Paige Madison. We did have a winner, Matt Lauer. You are the winner, no. And the answers are: you're allowed 3 pitchers' confidence per game.
And a conference or a timed trip out where you take the pitcher out of the game doesn't count. And 1 extra inning, 1 per extra inning like the majors. Your 3 is not accumulative. Now let's see if they swing their outfield a little bit. They haven't moved.
No,
she hasn't hit anything on this side of the fair line.
Yeah,
on the right side.
2-2 to Madison, first and second. Ball inside, gets away. Tuttle advanced down to third, and Smith on to second. Full count here to sophomore Paige Madison. Shout out to Caroline Sposito.
Paige, a good contact hitter. I'd be going on contact with Emily Tuttle.
Ground ball to short, down to third, and you called it once again, and she's safe as the first baseman bobbled it. And I'm really surprised that she didn't even look at home, Coach. I think she had a shot there.
They did. I like what Gus did there. Going on contact, they throw you out, you still got second and third, and you're going to put pressure on the team. That's definitely an error, but we're going to give her a ribby.
That's because she was going to score no matter what. Yes.
She didn't throw it, yep.
Saying it's Morella. As you said, Big Red can erupt for runs. They've got 3 here in the bottom of the 5th, 1 out.
And you might get a good pitch to hit, but I'm taking and stealing. They're not going to probably throw. Wow.
Sagan Morella. The ball went behind her. Yes, I thought it hit her, but
Cena Smith comes in to score on the wild pitch.
It is 5-2, Big Red here. In the bottom of the 5th. 5th inning, by the way. Bottom of the 5th brought to you by IDW, local 246 train to electrify. Nice pitch there, gets away, an excellent base running.
You give a pass ball on that one, Jason?
Yes, sir, because I think she should have. That was a beautiful pitch.
And that's pretty important with 1 out, boy.
So, Matt, go visit Dan Vogel at the AT&T store. Pick up your Ohio Valley Sports Online T-shirt.
I figure if nobody got the answer, he'd give us a T-shirt.
Line shot to left field gap. The runner scores. Morella on her way to second. She'll be in there with a stand-up double, and that was a laser, Coach.
That's the hardest hit ball of the game. Ribby for her, and looking to be a blowout here.
Big shout out to Tina Gary. Katie Reeves-Mills, also thank you for tuning in. We'll be back in action tomorrow. Where's that game at? At Creek. I think it's Harrison Central and Indian Creek. Bailey Bill fouls it off.
She's hit to the pitcher and hit a hard line drive to second base last time up. Again, I'm surprised the outfield playing straight away and pretty deep. She's been pretty late here.
Pitch outside to Beal. 1-1.
Tell you what, Cimarella got around those bases pretty quickly too.
Yes, she did. Sagan, another freshman, great basketball player as well. Anybody future her and Bailey Bill on the basketball court, along with Sadie Edwards. They 3 freshmen that played a lot for the varsity this year. 2-1 pitch fouled back.
Yeah, I really hope that Sadie can get healthy quick.
Yes.
She has a leg injury and is out right now for the Big Red.
2-2 pitch. Call strike 3. Bringing up the 9th hitter of the inning, Hillary Roush. Is that correct?
Yep. All started with that hit batter, Jason.
Yep.
And that was a pinch hitter. That's twice I've seen Gus pinch hit, and it came through for him. Once at Weirton and tonight.
Ooh. And Roush gets hit. She'll head down to first.
Now let's see. They're gonna re-enter Jordana Bain.
Okay. Yes, because Meyer would have to stay in the game, right?
Well, she could still bat Myers. She's in this locked into Jordana Bain. So now they've both been out of the game one time. But Myers still could have batted, and Jordana could have returned to first base.
Bain struck out looking in the second. The 10th Big Red batter. 2 outs, runner on first. Runner goes, nice job there. As Sagan was on second, the ball, as soon as the ball hit the turf, she took off. A good read.
2 more big runs out there, although I think it's going to be tough for Berne Union to get 4 off of Jules in 2 innings.
George fouls it off.
These are the kind of innings at times Big Red's used to, where you got to cross out the 6 and put a 5.
Yes.
So he batted around the 10th batter up this inning. Nail biter for 4.5, but now Big Red's in the verge of breaking it open.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Strike 3 on the inside corner.
You can't take that inside pitch.
Man, that was a beautiful pitch from the Big Red. They strike 3 hits, 5 runs. After 5 completed, now Super Bowl Big Red 6, Berne Union 2. And we'll be right back after word from our sponsor.
Okay, so where do you go for fish during Lent? Why, Steve's Fish and Chips, of course. Great fish sandwiches and excellent fish junks. Oh, and shrimp, too. Plus an assortment of sides. It's great during Lent, but Steve's Fish and Chips is an excellent choice anytime. They have burgers, chicken wings, and salads, too. You've got to try the fried pickles. Steve's Fish and Chips. Call today and order 740-282-3261. 740-282-3261.
Marcino Enterprises is your complete auto and truck repair center. Marcino Enterprises also offers towing, tires, and vehicle undercoating. You can visit Marcino Enterprises at their new location across from the Winter Drive-In on 43 for 24/7 roadside assistance. Save this number in your phone right now, 740-282-8880. That's an easy number, 740-282-8880. Marcino Enterprises does it all: towing, tires, repair, and vehicle undercoating.
The Target Shop has all your fall sports needs. Shop local and get all your school spirit gear, fan wear, and everyday apparel. Support your locally owned Target Shop. The Target Shop offers new designs weekly. Stop in soon.
Well, we're back here, top of the 6th, brought to you by JC Pest Control. 6-2 Big Red. Jules King throwing to Hannah Brown, who has the only hit in the game, a leadoff infield single in the first inning. Jules with 14 strikeouts in 5 innings, and that's strike 1 on a swing and miss. Here comes the 1-0-1 pitch, and punched out of play. Looks like Hannah Brown is a puncher, sometimes full swinger with really good speed. Slapper with good speed is exactly what you want to have. 0-2 pitch by Jules. Fouled out of play again. Jules living on that outside corner to the slappers and the lefties. top of the 6th, 6-2 Big Red with a 5 spot in the bottom of the 5th inning. 0-2 pitch by Jules. Ground ball to short, going to be close. Page is up, firing, got her. In the 1st inning, Page was a little bit too deep. She's moved up since then and made a nice play, got a good charity hop. Nice strong throw to first base. Pitcher Bailey Mergon, who only one that hasn't struck out today. She's a senior pitcher who's going to Tiffin with Jules and supposedly going to be Jules' roommate. Nice curveball away. 0-1, 1 out, top of the 6th.
Sorry about that, Coach.
That's okay.
Had to make it short. That was a Coach Socklott's move, leaving you here in the middle of the. Told you I'd get you back, Ray.
You got back quick, man, when Mother Nature called. Little low. 1-1. 1 out, Jace.
Okay.
Top of 6, and I have a hard time seeing Berne getting 1 more run, let alone 4 more runs.
Exactly.
Here. When Jules is on, it's tough.
Ground ball to second. There's a base hit. Hardest hit ball in the game for them. What did the first batter do? Hannah Brown.
6-3 to Page.
Okay.
Yep. That pitcher is a nice player. She hasn't struck out. Let's see if Berne Union tries to bunt some along. They have a hard time hitting it. Stolen base. Boy, she got a good jump.
Yes, she did. Thank you, ma'am.
Mr. Dokes, thank you. Mr. Dokes and Mr. McCombs on the bases and behind home plate. Dokes behind the plate and Bob McCombs on the bases. 1 strike on the batter.
Jocelyn Hedges.
Wow.
She's still second and third.
I think the coach feels that's the best way to have a chance to win, right?
But Barry comes forward, they can give up that run, like you said. It really doesn't. There's a 4-run lead here.
That's a strikeout, Jace. Foul bunt.
Yes, it is.
Strikeout number 15.
Wow, and you talked about some coaches will do that. You've done it before, but man, this late in the game and down 4 with your 3-hitter. But I mean, if that's
I guess he figures we're not hitting the ball except for our pitcher, so we might as well take a shot. Putting it down and hope that we get a throwaway.
Going to give a big shout out watching all the way from Atlanta, Georgia, Jeff Canaro. Thank you for tuning in. Also want to give a shout out, pitched by Jules.
Uh-oh, look out.
She tried to get a delay steal. Just let her go back to third. Let her go. There we go.
They are taking some chances down 4 runs, huh?
I want to give a shout out as I come in back upstairs, ran into what a great Steubenville Big Red leader in the athletic department, retired now. Coach Lynn Meyer, not only a great coach, an excellent athletic director.
Good job.
Jules gets another strikeout.
3 high pitches on her, and Jules kept it there the whole time.
No runs, 1 hit in the inning, no errors. After 5.5, Big Red 6, Berne Union 2. We'll be back after a word from our sponsors.
Edge Basketball is excited to be celebrating our 8th year of ministry in our community. The Edge program is comprised of 360 kids, boys and girls, grades 1 through 6 from our tri-state area. The mission of our league is to build Christian values through competitive sports. We want our kids to compete, but we want them to do so with the utmost Christian character. We're so thankful for everyone who has supported our league. God bless you.
PR Landscaping. We have been serving the Ohio Valley since 1987. Specializing in custom landscape design and project installation, we use only the best quality materials and the latest installation techniques to ensure your project will provide years of beauty and enjoyment. Can't wait for summer? Start planning your backyard features with one of our expert landscape designers. Our 3D videos make your outdoor space come to life.
Jules King lines one up the middle. Past the center fielder. King will get a second. She'll probably get the third easily. And Jules will be standing on third. And Coach, I got to give that a single and an error. I hate to say, because that ball bounced right up.
Single two-base error, right?
Yes, sir. Shout out to our retired IBEW member, former BA, good friend of mine, Bill Bull Davis. Nice pitch inside corner.
This inning brought to you by Barium and Chemicals this half inning.
Folks tune in tomorrow. Harrison Central takes on Indian Creek, 5 o'clock start. Yeah, Gia's saying that hit me. And both umpires said no, it didn't. 1-1 count.
Wow.
Oh, that pitch was very high.
I would say if the game was closed, Jules would have went, but I like that. No use getting hurt when you're up by 4.
Exactly. And they've only got one more at bat. What is that? I can't see. Nice pitch outside corner, 2-2. Jules King races home on a throwback, got away from the pitcher over to the shortstop.
Give another error.
Just bounce off her glove, Coach. 7-2, Big Red.
Nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th.
Nice pitch. Inside corner.
That's her 5th strikeout, Jace, of the game. Emily Tuttle up 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored.
Yeah, she scored in that big inning last inning.
Pitcher's done a nice job. Big Red's a very good offensive team, except for 1 inning, and maybe a little bit better defense would have helped her too, but she's pitched pretty well.
Yeah, took a little bit of something off of that pitch inside. Got to thank Regina and the lady at the concession stand. Right off the grilled cheeseburger. Ball pops straight up. Brady McGraw calls everybody off. Route number 2.
Number 0, Cena Smith.
I got to say, Jules is our player of the game, huh? 3 hits, a walk, perfect, scored 3 runs, and has
15 or
16 strikeouts so far. Wow.
Cena Smith, who had the big hit last inning, fouls that one off. Cena only a sophomore.
Last year she was their shortstop and moved to center field this year. Just so impressed with her base running instincts. I've seen her delay steal and go from first to third.
1-1. You know, what a luxury to have, you know, when you can move your starting shortstop to center field.
Excellent slider, too. Knows how to slide, miss a tag.
Very good student of the game, Cena.
Just such a beautiful complex, huh, Jason?
Oh, yes. Man, long time coming. I'm just so happy. 2-2. So happy for Coach DiMarzio and the whole Big Red staff. Him and Fred both. Full count. 2 outs here, bottom of the 6th. Big Red up 7-2. 7 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Big Red. Ball
trouble.
In the right center gap. Center fielder is able to round it off, but the Speedy Smith into second.
There's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
She wasn't stopping from the get-go.
The center fielder did a great job of cutting off. I thought she was going to hold it to a single, but wow.
Take me out to the ball game.
Shout out to the Hall of Famer, Ryan Perkins, watching tonight's game. Toronto Red Knights, beautiful job this past weekend down there with the PBR Classic. Paige Madison drives one to right field, right to the right field, and they'll play perfectly, Coach. As you talked about, they moved her over. She was waiting right for it for out number 3. The Big Red, they'll pick up another run on 2 hits. The score is 7-2, headed to the top of the 7th. Be right back. Oh, man, I feel so disordered.
Did you know you can get FDA registered hand sanitizer and EPA registered disinfectant cleaner locally? Well, you can. National Colloid has both. Get them now for your business or residence. They come in 55-gallon, 5-gallon, and 1-gallon sizes. Just call in your order and pick it up. There's no waiting. Call now, 740-282-1171. That's 740-282-1171. FDA registered hand sanitizer and EPA registered disinfectant cleaner locally at National Colloid. Call in today. Do you have a fence that has seen better days? How about a new privacy fence? You probably could use a perimeter fence to keep Fido from wandering off. Call Edwards Fence Company now. They do all types of fence projects and have over 20 years of experience. Wood, chain link, vinyl, split rail, aluminum. Call today for a free estimate. Edwards Fence Company, 740-632-8403.
Top of
Needless
the
to
7th.
say, you're going to need a new fence around your new swimming pool, too. Call Edwards Fence Company today, a proud sponsor of this broadcast.
On top of the 7th will be Madison Redinger out, Aaliyah Smiley, and Madison Lopez.
This inning brought to you by the Steubenville Country Club. That was strike 1, as Jules has been getting ahead since the first inning.
Now a slow roller down, it's going to be fair. And she'll tag the runner down at first for out number 1, first baseman. Is that Hillary?
Number 15, Aaliyah Smiley.
So Berne Union was able to jump. They scored first 2 batters of the game scored for them, and that is hits.
Jules only gave up 2 hits, a leadoff single and 1 last inning by the pitcher. Boy, he does give that ball in the river, doesn't he?
Yes.
It might have nicked that out. He's probably going to tell you it's Scroogey in a way, right?
Okay. Great guy, Lacey Dokes. Quickly 0-2.
I got to say, he's been consistent all
Yes.
That's all you can ask for as a coach.
You know, I'll tell you a funny story about that. Because me and my man Jeff Saunders used to always get into that.
I love Jeff.
Nice job on the hold. Strikeout number 17. Me and Jeff, we're playing St. Clair's when I'm coaching first, and we started to get into it. I'm like, Jeff, that's low. That is low. And he said, and that's because I'm consistent. I'm calling it both ways. I go, you're right, but it's not a strike for them either. It's low.
Now Berne Union down to their last batter.
I look over to St. Clair's coach. He's just laughing at me. But then me and him, we would laugh it off between innings.
22.
Strike 1 on a swing and miss.
Beautiful setup, 0-2 outside corner. A couple games later, our pitcher throws a pitch. Jeff's behind the plate. He goes, ball. I go, where's that at, Jeff? And he said, look. I said, yeah.
22. Got this. Mount.
Whoa. Just missed there on that outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Top of the 7th.
I got to say, Jay, this got to be a career high for Jules. She gets his strikeout, number 18. That's got to be a career high.
Wow. And there it is to end the game. Jules King, strikeout number 18. So the Big Red gave up 2 runs in the first, and they come back strong the rest of the game to beat Berne Union 7-2. Tonight's game brought to you by Tudor's Biscuit World, Total Sports Connection, Main Street Bank, Economy Lawn Care, Swear Engine Bat Company, the Viking Social Poker Club, Everhart Bow Funeral Home, Bradley Lawnscape, Lanza Villa Royale, TS Electric, Black River Logistic, National Colloid Company, the Soft-Type Federal Credit Union, Homo Construction, the Target Shop, Naples Spaghetti House, Franciscan University of Steubenville, Spuds Parkview Inn, the Ohio Motor Group, Barium Chemicals, Dr. John Fiegel, Bert's Hot Dogs, Isla Law Office, Apollo Restoration, Bennigan's, Anthony Mining Company. Also brought to you by the Steubenville Country Club, M&M Hardware, Fort Steuben Maintenance, Blakemore Insurance, Trinity Health System, Josephine's Carryout Mingo, Valley Converting, Hauser Furniture, Morcino Enterprises, Adam Martello, Attorney at Law, Steve's Fish and Chips, Wintersville Trophy Shop, JC Pest Control, J.E. Foster Funeral Home, the IBW Local 246, Mossy Funeral Home, PR Landscaping, Hood's Pharmacy, Stickles Law Office, Best Western of Franciscan Square, Signs Limited, Edge Sports, Capital Recovery Systems, Barrow Ford and Barrow Toyota, and as always, AT&T on Sunset. Folks, thank you for tuning in here. First game under the lights here. The Big Red Girls emerged victorious 7-2 over Berne Union. For Coach Jim DiCarlo, always a pleasure. Thank you. Dan Vogel, Jim Jaggers, Huggins up above, Jason Jenkins. Have a great evening, everybody. Oh, yes, I'd be remiss if I didn't thank Coach Rich Donnelly for picking out my slack early in the game. Thank you, Coach. Now have a great evening, everybody.